Today I'm taking a look at 25 games that were once on PC and console and have since been ported over to Android and iOS. 25 games that Gamebox put together here for us today. I will be linking the full video in the description of this one, but let's take a look at what games they are featuring here. Gunfire Reborn. Something that I really look forward to are different types of shooters coming to the mobile space. Different types of shooters that, you know, we can just enjoy on mobile that aren't the typical PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, something different. And Gunfire Reborn definitely looks like it has it. I approve that one. Gris is another one that we have right here, and this is an atmospheric type of game. That means it's one of those art style games that really takes you into the entire environment and that you'll appreciate for the art style of the game versus just the gameplay. Either way, a nice fun platformer puzzle style game. Poppy Playtime. This is one of those scary ones that makes you feel like you have to figure out where you're going, get a little bit creeped out along the way. These horror style games and these puzzlers like this are not ones that I am the biggest fan of. I typically stay away from them. Grid Autosport. We never can have enough racing style games on mobile. We have a handful of good ones, but it's always nice to get some from console and PC and be able to play them ourselves on our mobile, especially when they can be controlled with controllers as well. We're seeing a lot of those games on today's list. Finding Paradise. This is one that's like old school sim Zelda style game, but of course very story driven as well. So not really exactly like Zelda, but it has that top down puzzler style into each other room look to it. 12 Minutes by Netflix, and this one's an offline game as well. My favorite thing about this one is the look of the game, the extreme top down. You're literally getting the tops of people's heads in this one. And it looks like something that is a good time killer, not something that you're going to absorb tremendous amounts of your day actually playing. Either which way, it's one that came over from console and PC that you could play now. Trials of Mana by Square Enix, another one with that offline ability, and this is one that I would enjoy. This is like the action RPG or MMORPG style battle where you're in a big world and you have to go on through and meet enemies along the way. I like this one. It's one of my favorites on today's list, besides the few that we're going to be getting to. Dead Cells. We all know this game. We've seen this before. We've heard about it before. It's a nice platformer with some intense movement. It like mixes Ninja Gaiden style movements with Contra looking game. I don't know. I like the way it looks. I like the way that it plays. Super fun, super fast, and again, just a lot of fun to play. Now, BRAWLHALLA is basically your Super Smash Brothers, but on Steam, now available on mobile as well. Absolutely love BRAWLHALLA. One of the best battlers. It's like a platformer style battler where you could choose between tons of different heroes to play as. Super fun. If you haven't played this one, you literally can't go wrong. Streets of Rage 4, one of the newer games that have been brought to mobile devices, and if you played Streets of Rage in the past, like many of us has, you know that this is your platformer style fighting game. It's not you versus them, it's you versus the entire city, and tons of fun. You run into the bullies along the way and the gang members, you take them down, it's a ton of good times. Company of Heroes, another one that's offline right here, and this is your war style. Gives you that tower defense-y feel, although it is not a tower defense game. These ones I could go for or not, but if you're someone that's into these army war style games, then it's something that you may actually enjoy and maybe want to give a try to. Animatronics, another one of those style games that I just don't thrive with. I don't absolutely love. I don't dive into them. I want a little bit more rather than feeling I'm in the game like this. You know, you literally have no character. It's just you from your perspective, your first person view. Don't love it. Not the biggest fan. Moonlighter. This one really has that retro classic feel for sure. Another one with that Zelda perspective, room to room type battlers, and a nice, cute, old school style game, but where you could do a lot of grinding as well, enjoy yourself as you go, progress, upgrade your character, and find new adventures in every single door that you may encounter, every new room through every door. Fury Unleashed. fast-paced, big-time shooter game right here. Upgrade your weapons along the way, encounter many different enemies. Another one here that reminds me of Contra from back in the day, which is one of my favorite platformer shooters, along with Mercs as well, by the way. Not sure if you know that one. This one looks fun, though, and I would spend some time on it. Vampire Warriors, this thing is one of the biggest spoken of games right now. I believe it's also available on Steam right now as well, and you take down tons of enemies. The graphics are nothing to write home about, but the gameplay is just something that immerses you, and it allows you to just want to keep coming back for more. SpongeBob SquarePants, BFBB. I'll tell you, the graphics here are really nice. I'm not personally someone that wants to play a SpongeBob game, but there are a lot of people who may want to do just that. This game is fun, it's cute, especially for kids, and if you're someone that just likes platformer style games and possibly a fan of SpongeBob at the same time, maybe it's one that you would want to dive into and enjoy, possibly. Wreckfest, we've seen this one all over the place. I believe it's also available on Xbox. I think it's also available on Steam. And it's your racing style, crash 'em up style game. So if you want a race game and you want to have a game where you could beat up on others, really smash into other people and wreck your car and then fix it up along the way, this could be a good one. It's a popular one right now. Dead by Daylight, we know this has been on PC and console for a long time. You're trying to survive against the killers and escape, and just an absolutely amazing horror style fun game where you're trying to survive, escape from the baddies, and just live. We have League of Legends Wild Rift. I mean, this goes without saying. League of Legends on PC was one of the most popular style games, MOBAs of all time, in esports as well. It's now here on mobile and absolutely amazing. Maybe one of the more popular games we see on today's list. We have Dismantle right now as well, another one that's really popular, more of a survival style game, and one that a lot of people are really into. This is one of the more popular ones, specifically one of the more popular ones that we're seeing on mobile specifically. So if that's something you're into and maybe you like fishing, this could be one for you. By the way, if you enjoy me looking at mobile games and letting you guys know some of the best ones to play in the current time, this is a channel you should be subscribing to and ring the bell so you don't miss out. We have Albion Online, a huge MMO RPG style game, massive on Steam, also on mobile. This is one that I've actually recently gotten some interest in. Even though it's been out for quite a few years, the game is incredible, has a huge community, and you could do massive world events with hundreds of other players, you against them. It's so much fun. Total War Medieval 2, this is your war style game. You're going to be basically building up power, going up to war against others. You're going to need your alliance or your guild to protect you so that you aren't completely smashed for everything that you have inside of the game. War style games, they're very grindy, but you may like it. The Swords of Ditto. This is one I have not spent as much time looking into, to be honest with you. It definitely has elements from other games that we have probably seen before. There's one that's coming to mind, and I can't think of the name of it right now. It's all right, though, because you guys already know it. Looks like it's a lot of fun, though. My Time at Portia. This is another one where you're going to be able to do a lot of your own creations inside of the game. Very childish as far as the graphics go, but it does at the same time look really nice. The graphics are very clean, and it's something that you could consider playing if you want to have that type of game and you're into this graphic type of element. Basically what I'm saying is if this is your kind of thing, give it a try. For me, I'd probably give it a pass. Stardew Valley. Do you like farming, pulling out flowers, and doing other things to establish yourself in your world? This is a fun one. It has that retro feel as well. I like the graphics. Although they're very minimalistic style graphics, they vibe with me. I like them. And you may like them as well. This is one that I would enjoy probably the most out of the more survival or the more like play it right now style games that we saw on today's list. So there we have it, guys. A lot of games that you have the opportunity to dive into that we once enjoyed on PC that we now can play on our mobile devices and consoles as well. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you sub and ring the bell. And if there's any games that you're playing right now on mobile, let me know in the comment section below so I can check them out and maybe feature them in a future video.